So let's get it started. It's Salt Mine 3 EU Grand Final, Salt Mine 3 MENA Grand Final, we should say, as it's Nwpo from Saudi Arabia versus Nass from Morocco. Middle East versus North Africa on EU servers. Will Nwpo be able to stop Nass from having his way with him?
Who will be the third champion of Salt Mine here? We're about to find out. It's in the Europe edition, or right now it's basically the MENA edition. We might have to change the naming rights next time and just include Europe in the MENA version. It's almost Nwpo now. As we said, this is going to be such an interesting matchup because we saw really Nass dismantle Zen, who is a fast player and plays it a lot like this man right here, Nwpo, who in his own time or in his own turn in that preliminary final was so strong against Nass, and he's done so well. Look at the speed from Nwpo, the little short touch, wave dash, pop around the corner.
I mean, this might be at times the fastest player in the world.
Wow.
Wave dash approach completely dusts Nass, and Nwpo's on the board early now. After seeing Nass completely stop Zen in his tracks, I think this will really put into perspective what kind of performance we're getting from Nwpo today. We just saw him destroy Nass, and we're still unclear as to whether it was Nass peaking or Nass underperforming. I think a little bit more Nass peaking, or rather Nwpo peaking, I should say, or Nass underperforming. I think Nwpo's peaking.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a perfect shot. Picks up perfect from Nass as he drills it from the halfway line.
He loves the micro wins here, and at that time it was just getting the boost, driving that mid boost off kickoff over Nwpo. Another kickoff goal for Nass, this is actually going to be interesting. The two players that absolutely dominated the kickoffs in the preliminary final playing against each other.
Oh my word.
Nwpo just ripping that one, trying to land on it. It's a great recovery, but he's very awkward now. And Nass, there he is again, just so measured as his opponent often flails around and plays as fast as possible. Nwpo can't quite get back. Nass gets the goal as Big Johnny's just eyeballs have popped out of his head looking at the recent matchups between these two.
I remembered. I was like, okay, I know that we've had a lot of matches in the past between Nwpo and Nass, and I know Nwpo is usually historically the favorite, but I just had a look at RL duels. Nwpo has won 7 series against Nass. Nass has never beaten Nwpo at all. So that's probably a good cause for the aggression and the confidence we're seeing from Nwpo early on. He has just gone into top gear immediately. He says, you know, Nass, I know you're comfortable playing with the changes of pace, but can you keep up with me? So far Nass has done so, but Nwpo has got other gears to go to as well. He's become a very well-rounded player as of late, otherwise he wouldn't be in this grand final of this tournament. But yeah, he's trailing 2-1 here, and Nass, even in reverse, able to gain some ground.
Well, it's important to note, I mean, Nass coming into the Zen matchup was 4-0 down as well. They'd never beaten Zen, so what a day this would be here in the Salt Mine finals to beat two players that he's never beaten before in a 1v1 setting. At least in an official match, as Nwpo threatens the bump, and Nass can't get back to it.
It's Nwpo with the pop. One more touch. And yeah, Nass has tried this quite a lot today. He's tried to stay underneath the air dribble bump and then jump to make the save. Very difficult to do it in that position with Nwpo flying in so quickly. Yeah, you do take away a lot of the options when you're attacking quickly like that. When it comes to air dribble bump defense, your opponent has less availability if you are committed, if you're moving fast. And it's a reset by Nwpo. Top bins, 3-2.
Instant reset and a bit of a lazy challenge here from Nass, not perhaps expecting how quickly Nwpo can get this ball under his car, get the reset. Changing up the angle. It's Nwpo this time. Does grab the lead back. 3-2 now. As both players still trying to figure each other out, but we are seeing already that the early speed from Nwpo, the change-up speed, perhaps a little bit better than Zen last game, where he just struggled a little bit to catch out Nass.
Yeah, just to go into a bit more detail about these two players' previous matches, they've played in every group stage of Salt Mine 3. Oh, that's a huge goal for Nwpo. He just reads the miss from Nass. I mean, he really had to focus to play the miss on that one because Nass is going for it. Nwpo knows there's actually a chance that you could miss that bounce. It's a tough one. And he backs himself to have the read better than Nass did, which of course he did. Like I was saying, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. All game 5, so 3 times that Nwpo has played against Nass in Salt Mine 3. which is, you know, including a reverse sweep in stage 1. Nwpo just interrupted me again rudely with another goal, of course. A Game 5 win in Game 2. And in stage 3, the most recent stage, Nwpo was also able to hand a loss to Nass with a back and forth series. So yeah, he's reverse swept him and then he's gone back and forth with him a couple of times, but that's very similar to the Zen situation, CJ. Zen had beaten him 3 times and then lost him today.
Yeah, and I mean, what it goes to show, even when you have an undefeated record, these individual matches were still so close. It wasn't like they were
all 5
dominant, so you know, it can be misleading seeing that 7-0 total record and realizing just how close those matches have been. This will be the best opportunity for Nass to get 1 goal back, and perhaps the best opportunity to be able to take down a player that he's never beaten before here in the Salt Mine Grand Final.
Yeah, you know, going back further, I think Nass was still on the come-up. So, you know, when you look at head-to-head records, a lot of the older matches are where Nass was still developing as a player. Obviously, by the time he reached Salt Mine 3, he was world-class and a threat to anybody. But before then, Nwpo kind of grew a bit faster than he did and ascended to the top a little bit more quickly. And he's been the faster starter here. You know, if Nass got comfortable in the earlier match against Zen, he, you know, won Game 1. Seems like he's having a bit more problems with Nwpo, who's just continuing his fine form from the preliminary final against Ruas.
It felt like in the previous series, Zen was trying to almost outsmart Nass, but in this one right here, Nwpo's just trying to outpace him, and he's done it again. Yeah, it's a great challenge, but didn't go for the shot. He just cuts him up and gets the easy goal. He opted to go for the boost and the slow play. I thought maybe the shot on net, but the safer option, he thought, was just to get the beat out there. That's an enormous, I was going to say 50, but he just won it so clean there. And Nwpo now 7-3. There's not long left.
Yeah, he's just not respecting Nass. That's the difference, I think. Zen did respect Nass a lot, and obviously Nass deserves respect on the pitch, but Nass is being disrespected. A lot of these challenges are challenges where Nwpo's saying, I don't think you read that bounce, and I do. I don't think you're going to get to the ball fast enough, and I will. You know, he's just more confident in his ability than he is the ability of his opponent. So far it seems to be working out very well. But can he keep it up? It's not going to be easy to play this strategy out the entire time against such an adaptable opponent. We've seen Nass change car when he needs to, change play style when he needs to. What has he got in the final minute against Nwpo? Straight down the middle with the air dribble bump attempt. And Nwpo saves it, even though Nass made a little bit of contact. And now he's air dribbling on the counter attack with the reset. And it's perfectly top corner. Nass saves it. How has he managed that?
He somehow just got a fingernail on it in the top corner. Another reset, another second reset. It's gone high. There's Nass counter-attacking. Yeah, this one, Nwpo again, just with that boost dominance. It's been all over Nass. Nwpo showing his bag of tricks. Just so fast around the field. I feel like I'm watching this in 1.5, or maybe I'm just getting really old. There's the 50 on the goal line there, and Nass getting so desperate. He needs 3. There's only 20 seconds now. Nwpo might have just done enough here in game number 1 to take an all-important start in the Salt Mine Grand Final. Nass just throwing it forward, but with 0 boost to work with and a 3-goal deficit. It will be Nwpo coming out of the gate swinging.
And the Saudi Arabian strikes first. Nass really has to either play with more confidence or switch up the game plan, because the mechanics for Nwpo, the speed, just seem completely unanswerable. We talk about how in the past he struggled with his defense, he struggled with his discipline. Nwpo's had many a series in the past where he just completely tilts off the face of the earth, loses focus, and starts to give away a bunch of free goals. This guy is no longer a real player. He's completely developed and dominates all of the key stats in the bottom of the next ranked post-game stats. Last EU shout out of the day for !TNR in Twitch chat. Scroll down to the YouTube description if you want to get access to a bunch of exclusive content for free on thenextranked.com. If you're watching this live, you do still have a couple more days to also get access to the 15% discount code. That's 1515. I do realize it sometimes makes it sound like I say 50 there. Don't want to trick anyone accidentally.
50%.
But yeah, that's up if you're watching live for a bit longer. If you're watching on video in the future, there after the end of this week, which is right now. The date is the wait, I have to get this right. I always get it wrong. You guys in America, you have your dates the other way around.
It's what is the 13th month?
It's the 13th month. No, 13th of December. So it's up until the 15th, and then that code will that'll no longer be active. But there's no expiration date on the content. That will remain available, and we're going to keep adding to it for the rest of the time. Yeah, before we get into the next game, quick few highlights here, brought to you by Chalkcast, the official podcast of Saltman 3. What a podcast, am I right, CJ?
I mean, I would absolutely watch every single minute if I wasn't in it myself. But make sure you check it out, !Chalked in the Twitch chat. It'll be in all the links as well. We've got heaps of content, 33 bonus episodes recorded. We talk all things Rocket League. We talk about every single region, what's happening, greatest players of all time, and then random stuff as well, like can Rizzo beat a chicken in a fight? As Nwpo gets a reset and the first goal on the board. This man is on a different level. This is the best I've seen him play. And what a time to do it in the Salt Mine Grand Finals.
Clinical, unreadable, unstoppable. 10 seconds in, Nwpo once again throws down the gauntlet. This is getting a little bit worrying now for Nass. I'm sure he's not panicking just yet. He actually came back from 2 games down in Stage 2 Grand Finals against Rally to win, but it's not something that he just wants to throw out for fun. Oh yeah, let me also win from behind against a guy I've never beaten before. Skips away from him there. Nass able to escape Nwpo's pressure and make use of the boost advantage. 1-1. You mentioned earlier, these guys had a lot of success with their kickoff strategy. So far, it's been pretty even. This one is going in favor of Nwpo. He booms it, top corner, but misses. The recovery is just on point every time.
Yeah, sometimes maybe too fast for his own good, but those times are very rare. Look at the pop-up. Look at the speed here from Nwpo. As Nass does recover and pops it across. This is what can happen.
Well, you might be fast, but the ball is faster. And Nass, if he can't beat Nwpo to the ball, then maybe the ball can beat Nwpo to the goal. 2-1.
Wowee, I mean, he did beat out Nass, but you got to put the ball in the back of the net as well as Nass. This is a play that he is. Nwpo, the win condition for Nass is that if Nwpo isn't as efficient with his speed, he can get caught out. He can be susceptible as Nass. Is he got to be able to read that one? It's so awkward having to look over your head off that crossbar, and Nwpo outpacing once again. We're back to a tie game.
And yeah, again, it's just an example of Nwpo putting the pressure on. When he jumps for that, he is, communicating to Nass, I think I read this and you don't. Simple as that. And it's a tougher read for the defender, reading bounce overhead, trying to time it properly so as to block the shot. And that's a great challenge by Nwpo. He's just too fast on the counter-attack again, as Nass tries to hit him with the sneaky low 50, and Nwpo calls his bluff. He just hits the ball straight over him from point-blank range.
Yeah, look at the recovery, the backflip, half flip, straight into the goal as well. He hit supersonic speed so fast, and something that's underrated in Rocket League is timing of flips to achieve max speed as quickly as possible. Nwpo, again, he's just ridiculously fast to watch. It's a pleasure right now, and he takes it up to the sky, wins the kickoff. There's a reset. He's got the ball in such a good spot, but doesn't really want to throw himself on the flip there. I thought he had that.
My goodness.
How on earth? Okay, he's missed the shot, but could have been a goal down the other end.
The amount of times he's beating Nass to the ball cleanly just doesn't make sense. We just saw Nass play Zen. Zen couldn't do this, and we all know Zen is one of the fastest players in the world. But Nwpo might just be the fastest player in the world because he is dusting Nass to the ball every time. That being said, Nass is within 1, and he's probing again, looking for an opening. First shot goes into the goalie, second to the crossbar, and the third goes in.
It's a perfect pop from Nass. It bounced down off the crossbar. If that came back out, he might not have been able to get back to that, but the speed, the pop was perfect. It's over the top, but not too strong, and falls into the net. Back to 3-3 now. As we said, Nwpo so much speed, but Nass is a troubling play to play. The bumps come through, and Nwpo's going to be able to get the kickoff. This man dominated the kickoffs against Roat. Nass proved well in the last series. He's pretty good at them himself, but this time Nwpo gets a second kickoff goal, and he's back in front.
Nwpo really putting a ton of pressure on Nass here. This is the big one. This is for the entire Saltmine 3 tournament. Nas fights back. It's a big bump to force Nwpo out of position. and a great shot to sink it. That wave dash and the bump just landing in time. Nwpo almost able to flip out of it, but not quite.
Yeah, it's a perfect bump there. And in response, let's mention the kickoff, so maybe Nass heard me. He said, well, actually, I'm pretty good at these things myself. Here we go again. Who wins this one? It's going to be Nwpo pushing this one forward. Is this going to be another kickoff? No, Nass pushes it, but now he's in a little bit of trouble because it's being fired on net. Nwpo's trying to keep the pressure on, instantly turns, pops it up. Nass fakes the challenge, does get a huge beat out, and can grab the corner boost. He's giving space to Nwpo to get to work. He's got the first flip. He stalls on the second. Nass doing so well in defense.
Nass does have an opening again to try and get the ball past Nwpo. He passes to himself for the counter attack down the middle. Nass has left the door open for it. Nwpo too quick to turn around and go and get ahead again. Just when Nass thought it was starting to set up shop and be that consistently pressuring player, Nwpo hits him on the counter down the middle.
Just the perfect save there, and really just baiting Nass into shooting that ball. He could not get the power. Nwpo turns it around. 5-4 now, just over half a game left. We saw how important it was for Nass to get the first 2 games up against Zen. Well, Nwpo's trying to do just that against him here to go 2-0 up. And he do it. He's using that corner to his advantage, but Nass read it as well and outpaced him.
I mean, the aggression, the confidence from Nwpo. He tried to hit the inside of his own post. He didn't get the inside of the post as much as he wanted, and Nass read it also. Like you said, he knew exactly what Nwpo was up to. And he's tied the game again. Nass fighting back every time that Nwpo takes the lead. Can he keep doing this? This is, you know, a lot of pressure. I have to keep coming back from behind time and time again against a player who is not relenting. He's not holding back. He's showing absolutely no signs of slowing down, no matter how many times you come back against him. He's done it again. He just gets back to the ball too quickly, and he's doubling the open net because his name is Nwpo, and that has left the window for Nass to stop him. In fact, the boost missed from Nwpo will force him to have to defend against, or attack rather, against 100 boost Nass.
And Nwpo drops it down. Nass in trouble. Look how quick the flick was. What? That's ridiculous. He caught that on top of his car and executed correctly. That is the speed from Nwpo. Just no respect on the defense. How has he caught that and then bang that top end?
I mean, the catch was from a pretty high bounce dribble, and there was no delay. I mean, he caught it and flicked it the same motion, just jumped in there to catch it. He's even demoing Nass, who's got the boost advantage. Nass onto the far side, so he won't have a chance to get to the ball first. It's Nwpo wasting no time, going straight for another flick top corner again. This guy just doesn't know how to slow down, and I don't mind it.
I've seen enough. He's fully warmed up again. This is like Roas in the last series, just getting dismantled, and he can just compound goal on goal. It's time for Nwpo to start clipping. 7-5. This is where he just everything starts working out for him. He wins the kickoff even when it doesn't go his way, but he's missed the boost. And he has popped that up perfectly. That is a lovely alley-oop to Nass.
Yeah, boost missed by Nwpo, so on the power slide turn, he tried to clear the ball. And yeah, just lobs the middle to Nass, who's there for the finish. Great pass, saves Nwpo. Thanks, saves Nwpo. I think he knows as well that that was definitely his mistake, but the pressure's still on Nass. That was against the run of play. Nwpo did technically have control there before he misplayed. What is Nass going to do to try and level this one out? He's off the wall with a reset of his own. Nwpo charging in for the challenge and just connects so early that Nass can't beat him to it.
He's just so fast that there's no room to set anything up. Here we go again, another fake, 51 by Nass. Now this is what he did against Zen. Grab all the corner boost and wear him down. What can Nwpo do? There it is, the goal. It's just as effective against Nwpo, and he's tied it back up. So many lead changes. So many goals here so far in game number 2.
Oh, that's a phenomenal finish by Nass. He gets to reset, the ball flies a little bit around it just so he can shoot it past Nwpo, the direction he's charging in from. Nwpo, chance to get a kickoff goal here, decides instead to play it for the air dribble. And that's not the best first touch. Nass has an opening. Nwpo just manages to shut the door. And in fact, he's got one better than that. He has an open shot and he's hit the bar again.
Oh, he's got to give the goal down the other end. Absolute tragedy from Nwpo. He's missed the open net. He's committed to the follow-up, probably out of frustration, and Nass, doing what he does best, just frustrates opponents, wears them down, capitalizes on whenever they make a mistake, and he has turned a 2-goal deficit into a lead.
He just keeps on coming back. Nass cannot be defeated that easily. Nwpo's got another opportunity with a reset off the sidewall. Nass tried to fake a challenge, no success, and Nwpo walks it in the air again. 8 apiece. I mean, Nwpo's goals are definitely the more memorable, but it's really just a matter of whether he can keep outplaying or will he outplay himself right now.
Yeah, he's trying to beat... yeah, he's playing his own game right now, Nwpo, and it's on his terms. This is a way that he wishes to play, but Nass keeping it alive. 8 goals of his own. It all looks the same on the scoreboard, no matter how they go in. And there it is, the reset of his own. He said, Johnny boy, I've got a bag of tricks.
Me.
Just yet.
He had the flip reset, which was stunning, and had the ceiling shot as well. Perfect placement by Nass. I mean, it's pretty clear Nwpo likes to brute force it, but the finesse from Nass is wonderful to see. 9 goals against Nwpo now. And he might have a chance to get control of the ball here and close this one out without taking any more risks.
Yeah, he's going to try and keep the speed on. He's got all the boost. He does miss the middle, which means Nwpo can get a good 50 and stay on this one. Nwpo, look at that. He's won the ball back at the best time. 15 seconds, has a reset. When is he going to use it? He goes low, but he works it around the corner. How about one more? He's up again. Ceiling reset. Is this the Zen bounce dribble? But he misses.
He's gone twice now, but missed both, and now Nass is all over him. Nwpo misses 2 chances in a row, and he loses game 2. Well, that was definitely his game to lose, and he has lost it. He had the chances, he had the open nets. He just wasn't clinical at the end, and he really, I think that gives a good summary of the whole game. He just wasn't clinical overall.
17 shots to 13, but just giving away these 2-goal swings as well where he should have scored. He misses an open net.
Yeah,
Not only does he miss, but he gets punished down the other end. Those 2-goal swings are massive in this game. I mean, conceding 9 goals, it's tough to win a game like that, but, you know, Nwpo's game plan is pretty evident. It is pure offense right now.
Yeah.
It almost worked out. It probably should have worked out, but he just didn't execute a few touches and missed a few key shots.
Yeah, I mean, he scored so many of the difficult shots. You'd have thought, okay,
missed the
open
freebies.
net, he's got that one, or a 100 boost air dribble at the end there against a boost starved Nass. You'd back him to score there, but yeah, he went for a mind game and dribbled it across the goal. Didn't get the goal there. Then he comes back around, ceiling shot, double tap, miss as well. So I mean, these are difficult shots for sure, and it's amazing to see a player like Nwpo try so many difficult shots again and again and again, and actually produce brilliance so often. But he's setting the bar high for himself here, and you know, just a little bit of a drop off in level, and suddenly he's conceding, like you said.
I mean, we saw a hint of what he produced in that preliminary final against Roas. Can he do it again here, or is it going to be Nass, just that player that he is Mr. Consistent? He's not ever really missing open nets or making mistakes. Nwpo, the kickoff, boost to work with, but really wants that touch again. He's going to stay on this ball. Keep Nass honest, who's pushing forward again. He's bidden on that challenge. Nwpo always the first to recover. Can he get a bump? Can he just isolate him off the ball? It's off the post. Nass doing so well there.
Nass had to wait a while. He was getting boxed out of the play, but eventually Nwpo committed to the block and actually lost the line of attack. Nass with the pre-jump. He's going to delay Nwpo just briefly, but then Nwpo up in the air. Look how quickly Nass recovered though. After that initial pre-jump, now Nass beating Nwpo to the ball, and Nwpo's completely stranded here. He's got no boost. Nass is an open net, and he sinks it for 1-0.
I mean, Nwpo just not respecting Nass at all on that challenge. Went for it, tried to get the 50 or the beat, but Nass too good in that exchange. Getting the first, and has a little hint of the Zen series, this one, where he is just frustrating the faster player.
Yeah, and you know, Nass, like we said during that Zen series, he can play very quickly. That's a miss from Nass, which will be costly. Nwpo equalizes. You know, he's able to go up in speed, and you know, you need to be able to be in this lobby in the first place. You can't just drive around slowly and have any chance against these guys. But he is, you know, staying more within his means. He likes to stick to what he knows he can do. Nwpo is pushing the limit every time he's on the ball. He's a player who tries to take it even further than he has in the past. You know, it's fascinating that in 1v1 that can be a totally viable playstyle. Even in 3v3 as well, some players and teams like to stick to what they know. Others are trying to, reinvent the playbook, and every time you see them play, you're going to see something different. Both are just as impressive to me, because for this to work, Nass has to be ridiculously consistent.
Oh, he's done well to bait Nwpo into the touch and waste all his boosts, which is really his goal here. Is Nass is Nwpo's flung himself across the fake low, goes wide. Nwpo just gets a touch on it. What a save in chat, and a thanks. There's enough time to do that while still playing the game.
Oh my
Nass
word.
makes again, keeping the pressure on, gets his second.
That's a stunning catch by Nass. After faking an air roll shot, he notices a pre-jump, thinks, okay, never mind, I won't shoot that. I'm just going to perfectly catch it and walk it into the bottom corner. 2-1 by Nass. As he catches the ball just as well as Nwpo did last game. This is much more in Nass's kind of style of play. Nwpo has been neutralized for a long while there, and now Nass is going to try and survive Nwpo's onslaught at the other end. And it looks like he has done so. Oh no, he misses the boost. That's going to be awkward because the ball's in his net. That was about to be stable, but he missed the boost in the back corner.
We saw Nwpo miss one of his own in the previous game, but this time it's going to be Nass. I mean, the game is just millimeters. He almost pre-flips the save. Ball finds the back of the net. A mistake from Nass. We mentioned at the start of this one, it is rare that he produces a mistake like that, and he has won the kickoff back. Nwpo has to track the ball, shot straight on net. Nass not really looking as to how quickly Nwpo had recovered to that one, and he will lose that chance on net.
Nass with the option off the back wall. Of course, he prefers to play the efficient, safe route with the setup. Nwpo's got goal side brilliantly there. Back corner boost has been stolen by Nass though. That was just plain theft in broad daylight. Nwpo's right there, thought he had it, and now he's trying to wall dash to get back into a high-speed position. Nass doesn't give him any time to do that though. As soon as he sees that opening, as soon as he sees his opponent looking uncomfortable, he just goes straight for the goal. The air dribble does the trick on this occasion.
Yeah, just no nonsense air dribble really. There's no air roll involved there. Just get that one on net as quickly as possible, as Nwpo is behind. He's really looking strong in this game, but it's starting to get away from him here. The kickoff is unbelievable, but this time it's Nass to make the huge mistake. Went for the shot, did not find the angle. Nwpo gets a freebie.
And that's just cumulative pressure, as he knows that Nwpo's coming back. He's probably thinking, Nwpo's going to appear out of nowhere, isn't he? He's just going to fly into a saving angle here. I better go quickly. But yeah, he didn't need to do that. He actually had more time. He could have waited a bit longer, had a much easier shot. Instead of hitting the bar and not even getting close to a goal, actually, he collapsed the bar that time. But the bump after the kickoff will put Nass into a scoring position, and he's right back to a 1-goal lead.
Wow, off the kickoff again. Nass has had the upper hand so far this game. In the kickoff, scoring a couple now. Nwpo, well, I was going to say he worked so hard to get the last goal. He actually gifted one. Nass gets it straight back, makes up the mistake in offense just a moment ago, but Nass again winning the kickoff, grabbing the boost as well. Nwpo's going to concede yet another goal. It is a kickoff simulator here in the grand finals, and Nass is proving too strong in that department.
Yeah, Nwpo, he spotted that he could overtake Nass there with his flip, but he didn't realize Nass had more boost left over, so Nass was actually able to get even more speed than Nwpo and beat him to that side boost Nwpo thought he was about to win the race to. 5-3. Nwpo, who will probably think that game 2 belongs to him. In a bit of trouble here, but is he going to get one more back? No, it's boxed out of the play again. Nass denies him access to the ball.
We miss boost.
Yeah, he's going to have the mid boost as well to play with Nass. So Nwpo taking a ceiling challenge. Looking to dive in, but Nass slots it past him. Beautiful finish as soon as he saw Nwpo turning.
Yeah, huge there was it. Nwpo missed that left mid boost, so he went all the way back to the same corner, found himself near post, and just shaped up poorly for that challenge. Nass again, he recognizes these little holes, these gaps in the defense, wears you down, and makes the most of it. 6-3 this time to Nass. A huge win after, well, I think the previous game looked a little bit shaky for a win at least. It wasn't the most comfortable victory, but this one is looking a lot better for Nass. And here we go again, a reset. The touch again. Recovered this time by Nwpo, but more offense from Nass.
Nwpo investing a lot of boost into this attack. He's going for the goal, but he's denied again. He didn't get enough height on it, and that is going to give Nass another goal. Nwpo really stretching himself in there to try and get a goal back, and now he trails by 4. This is Nass's playstyle that he used to beat Zen. Just stopping his highly mechanical opponent at one end, and then breaking them down at the other, frustrating them, denying them the game that they want. This is absolutely genius because, as we can all see, Nwpo right now, today, is in his best form ever when it comes to mechanical plays, when it comes to offense. Nass has one-upped him. Can he do it again? Nwpo with the flip reset. It's saved by Nass, and the counter-attack is threatened.
That is just ridiculous that he saved that, and the bump hasn't come through.
Oh my
Nass is too quick, and that could be a go next moment. 5 goals to the advantage. There it is. Nwpo says, I've had enough. Game 3 goes the way of Nass. He wins 2 on the bounce after Nwpo started so impressively there. Nass.
He's ridiculous.
Just so good. He could beat Zen and Nwpo, who took down Roas in the one day.
I mean, it's just unbelievable to witness this, this form when it matters most. We talked about the fact that Zen had never lost to Nass. He beat him 4 times historically, never lost to him, and 3 of those wins were in Salt Mine 3. Nwpo, same thing. He's beaten Nass 7 times, and he's never lost. 3 of those wins were in Salt Mine 3. So for Nass to be able to go up against 2 players who he has never beaten in a series, back-to-back, and take them both down in a row, that would be unbelievable. So, I mean, hats off to him. He's actually doing it. That second game, like you mentioned, it was a bit of a trickier one. He didn't look comfortable. Nwpo did have to low-key throw that. But game 3, no throws needed. I mean, Nass just completely stopped Nwpo. Time and time again, the saves are starting to come in. He's getting a better read on Nwpo's offense, and he's getting a better read on, the midfield game as well. More possession for Nass, more control, and that just means less time for Nwpo to start to generate those attacks and build up offensive momentum.
I mean, I love watching this because if he is able to win this matchup, I feel like we were sort of in the Zen, Nwpo, the speed sort of era of 1v1, but Nass's style to prove that, albeit a unique sort of way in the current mechanical speedy meta of Rocket League, just really shake things up. 1v1 at least in a U and Mina.
Well, for sure. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what players can do against Nass's style. I mean, the biggest issue and the reason that players are struggling against him today is that when he gets into attack, he focuses so much on making his opponent's life difficult. And it's a really interesting way to play, because a lot of times when pros and even just a wider Rocket League audience play, they try and make life easy for themselves, but Nass isn't about that. He's about making life difficult for his opponents. He's trying to minimize what they can do. And once they get frustrated, then he sees an opening and he hits a clip of his own. So yeah, so it's working out well. Nwpo's actually tried to waste some time here, but he's done the opposite. Now Nass coming in with an air dribble dunk, and it's not even needed as the ball bounces in and Nwpo gets completely faked out.
Yeah, I think he could have done anything there. I think he could have got the ground pinch as well, as Nwpo just getting nothing on it. You see the sort of lag hit that just demonstrates how close he was to getting a fingernail on the save, but Nass with a lovely equalizer here early. And again, a key match or a key game, should I say, to be potentially moving on match point and potentially being Salt Mine 3 champion. That's a great turn again from Nass. He just fires it on net. He's just flawless with his decision making right now. And that's setting himself apart from Nwpo.
Yeah, he knew he was winning the race to the boost, and once he grabbed it, the net was essentially open. Nass, clinical shooting from the midfield, puts himself up 2-1. And every game getting a little bit better for him here. Game 1, he was beaten pretty soundly. Game 2, he won it against the run of play. Game 3, he won it comfortably. Now he's again looking very good, but that's a good bump by Nwpo. Nass has landed a ton of bumps on Nwpo after kickoff, so this will feel pretty good, not just to get the goal, but to have that physical element so shortly after the kickoff has happened.
Yeah, he looked at that one covered. Just the way he flips Nwpo, it's perfect to get supersonic speed. I mean, he beat Nass to the boost just because he timed his second flip better, and Well, that's a drop down. Can Nwpo get back to it? No, he's fallen into his own net. He's looking to turn. He faked there. Little pump fake means he can get possession back. Those little nuances again, so crucial in 1v1. Here is Nwpo. He's trying to delay flip reset. There it is. Goes low this time. Nass has to respect it. I mean, he's pulled the top corner every single time before this. And this time he goes for the fake.
Yeah, great adaptation by Nwpo. Even that extra touch as his car hit the ground to just pop the ball forwards. Nass's pre-jump completely outplayed. Nwpo in front, trying to tie up the series. Nass has been so effective at every stage of these matches today. He lost his 2-0 lead against Zen in the preliminary final and then got right back to winning. Oh, that's a crazy save by Nwpo. Goes around the air dribble bump and gets a save on it. And now the rip flick top shelf goes in with hardly any boost available. CJ, how is he doing this?
I mean, he just catches it so quick. And most players need at least a second, Johnny, to set it up on their car. But he just wave dashes onto the ball and he goes, yep, that'll do.
Perfect.
And flicks it.
He's like, oh good, I've wave dashed and the ball's in the perfect spot immediately. I can just flick. I mean, that's just crazy. From Nwpo up 4-2. Nass, oh, showing that he can do it as well. That's unbelievable. What a response by Nass. He hits it with an equally quick catch and flick.
Yeah, just keeping him honest here is Nass's.
Oh my goodness.
He goes, I can do that as well. That is huge. A little side flip just to generate so much power. Rolling that ball off the front of the car and launching it using every millimeter of that Fennec hitbox.
It's interesting because, you know, that reverse 45-degree flick, because Nass should be equalizing here. Usually the priority of these bonus, oh, never mind, Nwpo with a diving save. Well done. Stay up by 1. Yeah, the side flip flicks seem to be just as effective. And both players are using them to great effect. Nass does equalize completely. Nullifies Nwpo's 50-50. Nwpo trying to dive in here. Kind of flipped away from the ball. Nass had that angle covered and easily scores.
And that's what we saw from Zan in the previous series. Those challenges where just got a little bit overzealous, went a bit too hard at it. Got caught out with Nass, who's so happy to sit behind it. Nwpo's done really well. Nass recovers with a couple of boost grabs. Does he grab corner? No. Nwpo's beaten him, and now Nass is so awkward. Nwpo is licking his lips. 36 boost to work with. Nwpo just says, I'll have that top corner that you've left me.
On that stop, maybe Nwpo's going to take his time here, try and make the most of the boost advantage. Nwpo doesn't take his time, he's just slammed it. Top bins, 5-4, with perfect placement.
Sensational stuff, as I can just smell the iced coffee that's been delivered to me. That is beautiful.
Shout out Moist Esports once again.
Shout out Moist, absolute superstar. Shout out Caleb. If you're listening, these guys are second to none. Best in the business in the esports org world. Here goes Nwpo though, his goal up. Half a game remaining. To get the fleet, Nass has found himself quite awkward here. He's lost the boost because of it. Little positional mistake. Nwpo doesn't have the height on this ball, but I still don't doubt he can work something of it, but he's given it away. Nass now trying to just muscle this one through. Nwpo gets the touch, loses the boost of his own, but keeps the speed on the ball.
Nwpo with ridiculous pressure again. He's tickled the inside of the post. Nass was just a spectator in that play, but now here's going the other way. With a monster of a flick, it's also off the inside of the post. Back to Nass! Well, what a pass to himself. He's back within, no, he's not back within one, he's equalized, sorry. And every time Nwpo hits Nass to something, Nass hits it right back.
He just hangs around, doesn't he? Even when Nwpo, he's clipping on, you know, we witnessed what he did to Roas, but Nass, whenever he just concedes a goal or Nwpo steps up, he's right there. He gets a goal back, he gets a kick off. And he's never out of any game that he is a part of. And what a bump there. Oh, he stuffed up the landing. Can't get the goal because of it. He's been bumped off by Nwpo, doing so well, catching him out in the corner. He gets a lead once again.
A rare misstep by Nass. Usually in these positions, he's flawless, but he was trying so hard to avoid the bump that he didn't realize it. It was just wide open at his end of the goal. So 6-5 in favor of Nwpo now. Can he build a lead? He hasn't been able to build one. It's always Nass blowing back and making life difficult for him. This is a chance to get himself in front. He's got control again from the kickoff. Delays his shot. It's a dunk and a perfect recovery by Nwpo. And the pop is good. Nas will not like the look of that.
Yeah, he's in trouble with the instant flick as well. It's wide, but the follow-up
wow.
bar down. 2-goal lead for Nwpo. So much pressure. Nass in big trouble, just collecting a couple of pads on the way back. But Nwpo just so direct and quick.
I swear, the speed at which he catches and flicks the ball is just, it's insane to watch from Nass's perspective. Nwpo's card doesn't look real. I swear my card doesn't do this when I play. I mean, it literally doesn't, but I don't think it's capable, even if I'm becoming a conspiracy theorist. I swear if I gave Nwpo my card, my setup, I'm like, I don't believe that it can do what you've just done. Your car is just faster. Where did you get it? Mine is not that fast.
Yeah, it's
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I haven't seen a car that quick since Renegades was still an esports organization. As Nwpo gets a pop over the top. Nass. Now he's 2 goals down here, 50 seconds. Just cannot ride him off at any stage. He's going to get space to work with. You feel like this must be a goal if he needs to get. And he does get the beat out. He just goes ceiling. He doesn't land on it. Is Nwpo back? The shot on net. He does get the goal. It was a little bit messy, but a clean beat out.
Listen, if Nass deflected that back corner, that would have been the biggest fumble that I've seen in a while. But luckily he missed it, so it stays in the middle of the box. And he stays within 1 goal of his Saudi Arabian opponent. And he might be able to close that gap now. Nass, again, was playing straight for the immediate threat. And he has forced the goal. Nwpo almost own goal. It's a fine example of Nass philosophy. He doesn't want the mid boost. He wants to put Nwpo in an immediately uncomfortable position.
And it's once again the philosophy of Nass just never being out of any game. 2 goals down, 50 seconds left. All of a sudden, we are at 7-7. I mean, just high-scoring games throughout the entire tournament, certainly the last couple of days, but he's been caught out here, Nass. Nwpo, he lost the 2-goal lead, but he's found one more off the kickoff here as Nass tried to get the bump. Nwpo, it felt like he just grabbed the boost, then you turn around, he's already on the wall shooting. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that one didn't sit too nice for Nass. He wanted to either bump Nwpo or overtake him, but he kind of just slowed down when he made contact with Nwpo's car, kind of just glancing below on him. Nwpo diving in, Nass saw him a mile away, and he equalized again. Nass catches Nwpo out as he tries to cross no man's land. I mean, the vision is way too good there for Nass. Nwpo's not going to be able to catch him out of position like that.
I feel like in Europe and media, you just never get these 1 goal or 2-1 1v1s. It's always 10-9, 8-9, 8-8.
I feel like there's more risks being taken in the EU tournament in Salt Mine. Oh my goodness, what a save by Nass. Nwpo's boomed it. And Nass probably initially surprised by that. Still recovered for the save. Nwpo, not a lot of boost actually.
He's in trouble now,
boost, I'm lying. And he's just got to try and survive here because Nass is definitely in a favorable position.
Oh, and Nass decides to leave that ball. Very interesting.
And he's had that wave dash recovery kickoff, and Nwpo hasn't stopped it. Nass playing for the ball instead of the boost, but the shot is not good enough that time. Turns out to be a mistake.
Here goes Nwpo, taking it upstairs. There's the reset, trying to bait in a touch. He's got the bump. He secured the bump and the game somehow.
Flip reset bumped by Nwpo just when you thought that Nass was going to take control. Nwpo barely leans forward and knocks him out of the way. It's a tie series, 2-2. Series absolutely on a knife edge, but Nwpo with a massive play to tie it back up there.
Wowee. Nwpo, I mean, well, it looked safe with a minute to go, but as Nass does, brings it back to square. He's never out of it, finds a couple of goals. Nwpo this time, though, with, again, just speed. I mean, he's the only player that can get a flip reset. He goes, that wasn't great, but I guess I'll just bump him while I'm still there.
God, I can't flip reset to outplay him. I suppose I'll flip reset bump then. Okay, I guess.
It's so impressive seeing these two play, and just, again, the play styles is, hopefully it's a pleasure to watch. Give us a 1 in chat if you're enjoying just the highest possible quality 1v1 that Rocket League has to offer. Nwpo just showing all of his bag of tricks. Nass stepping up time and time again. And ladies and gents, I'm having an absolute blast here. This is just, it's a goal fest.
It is.
Good fun.
There's just so many risks. I mean, there's the tense moments. There's the moments where we got Nass speaking. We got plenty of moments for Nwpo speaking. And, you know, they're really putting each other in such precarious positions that the pressure is just amplified tenfold. You know, gone are the positions where both players have 100 boosts and they're both just zooming around the field, and there's you know, plenty recovery opportunities. No, Nass and Nwpo are not letting each other do that. They're just all over each other. When it's Nwpo on the ball, he's immediately threatening a shot. When it's Nass on the ball, he's just you know, boost starving Nwpo and putting him out of position. Who's it going to be in Game 5? It was a 5-game series for Nwpo in his other match today, and it was a Game 5 win for Nass earlier on today. Only one of them can win both of their Game 5s in the day. Let's find out who it's going to be.
Here we go. Nwpo, the corner, does get a pop over the top. It looks like Nass will be able to recover. Ball doesn't land. Most dangerous spot here for Nass, who now gets time and space. Pops it up, tries to take it upstairs, then goes the low fake, but Nwpo getting double, getting 2 on it. Keeping that ball out. Well, I tell you what, this might be the longest I've ever seen without a goal in EU 1v1 history. We've nearly made it 45 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Utterly ridiculous so far. Here we go. Nwpo takes it up. He's got boost to work with. There's the reset. Shot on net. It's weak. No counter from Nass.
Yeah, he was really stretching for that one. Nwpo had to lean underneath the ball. Now he's got to be careful here. Back wall catch is good. Nwpo brings it back down to the ground for the flick. And we've seen plenty incredible flicks from him. This time the reverse 45-degree flick forces Nass back, but doesn't result in a goal. But that one will. Additional technique to the top corner.
What a flick. I mean, it's just, when players of this caliber get space, they know where to put it, and you just see Nass turning around in net and shaping up, and he just exposed that top left corner, and Nwpo finds that angle. He knows where the hole in the defense, where the gap is.
Nice boost grab by Nass. Nwpo wanted to force him back by shooting on net, but Nass realized that shot wasn't really a threat. Now his flick is, and it's made it before Nwpo can get back. Nass saw the opening, and he takes it immediately. As soon as he saw Nwpo going for that back corner, he released the flick with pace. Yeah,
It's just map knowledge 101. He knew every pixel of that place. He did the measurements. And again, yeah, as soon as Nwpo did that extra flip away.
Oh, wow.
Nass took that one. Now, wait a second.
Oh, my goodness.
If this comes off, okay, it's a bit of a stalemate, but Nass decides to fake the kickoff. Johnny is loving this. It's one of his favorite strategies in the world. It might just be his favorite thing in the world is not going for kickoff. They're bumping each other.
My kickoffs are just too mechanical, CJ. I don't want to take that risk of like putting myself in a situation where I need to do anything mechanical involving any type of precision. Just, yeah, leave the ball, let the other team misplay. But yeah, Nass doing it there is a very unconventional. It's not often seen. And yeah, that would have put Nwpo into a position he's not familiar with as well. Nass now looking for the big ground pinch by the looks of things. Nwpo did not panic and jump for no reason. Immediate flick being threatened again. This time it did bounce off the front of Nwpo's car as he was about to make contact with it, so it wasn't quite as smooth as some of the other ones. That's a bit better. And Nass, oh, he does get back. He left the door open, but Nwpo misjudged it. He thought that he could just slot it before the recovery came through. And now it's Nass shooting from distance, and that's not going to be catchable. It's 2-1 to the Moroccan.
Yeah, huge mistake from Nwpo. He went the low left shot right to where Nass was. He pretty much had the entire net to choose from, or take it upstairs, but yeah, Nass.
I feel like that's easy to make that mistake on. We have to remember he's a 92 ping, so he's probably seeing Nass in the back of the net thinking, okay, if I boom this, he can't recover. And then he remembers, wait, he's actually a little bit further forward than that, and he will save it.
Yeah, well, didn't quite. Perhaps a little bit of a misjudgment, but look at the fakes coming through. Look at the mind games. He just had Nwpo in pieces on the net.
Nass fakes the flip reset, fakes the wave dash shot, and then fakes another shot high as well. Nwpo expecting something to be flying towards him. Unfortunately for him, it was just bouncing underneath him.
3-1 now to Nass, trying to get the all-important game again. This is best of 7. Moving on as both players look like they've almost DC'd there. They did a synchronized fake. The ball as Nass now takes it upstairs. Doesn't have any boost at all. Nwpo has secured this entire line, and he says, I am out of here.
He's done enough. I mean, eventually there was no more threat there for Nass. He wasn't actually doing anything, so he just had to leave. He's got to admit, okay, fair enough, I don't have any boost. You can have that one. This long shot from distance forces Nwpo to jump. He's jumped well. In fact, he's got a wall shot. The Nass can't catch it. It's going to be 2 for Nwpo. It's one of the quietest games from him when it comes to offense. And But now he's in a volatile position. Beautiful first touch there to set up the goal.
Just so quick. I mean, Nass losing supersonic speed for a moment. He was overcommitted just. Not in a huge way, but Nwpo getting that close touch on the corner. Follow-up shot on net. Absolutely take that one every day of the week.
Nass beats Nwpo to the mid boost. He's got a chance to open up an angle. This is a terrifying position for Nwpo to be in. But unfortunately for Nass, he's hit the bar downwards. Nwpo fakes a reverse challenge and then dives back to make the save in the next attempt. He's in a similar position to his last counter-attack goal, wall dashing again and again.
It's the most terrifying sound in Rocket League is someone just spamming wall dashing. Let me know if you agree. I absolutely hate it, but the bump comes through. Nwpo tries to dodge it, can't get the ball instead. Nass gets a 2-goal lead. Well played to him.
Yeah, he knew that Nwpo was in a pretty low boost here. Nwpo tried to get around the ball using the back wall, and yeah, just not the right idea here. Nwpo getting outplayed on the counter by Nass, who now leads 4-2 in Game 5 and looks to be the favorite moving forwards. He started the underdog today, and he looked the underdog in this matchup earlier on today, but he is just getting better and better the longer this tournament goes. Oh, what a pass by Nwpo to himself. He can't control it though. Looking to reverse into a boost steal, which he gets, but the fear for the bump was so significant, he left the ball.
I mean, Nass is just sniping goal after goal from deep here. As again, there it is. It's the threat of Nass is just covering everything. He's looking for the bump, he's looking for the angle, or the boost, and he just picks whatever option Nwpo gives him.
Yeah, Nwpo couldn't stick around there, otherwise he would have put himself in the firing line. But yeah, he probably should have just tried to stay around. So leaving obviously resulted in an immediate goal. Nice irritable bump set by Nwpo. Late dive down, and it's just enough. Nass avoided the bump, got a touch on the ball, but the shot still crossed the goal line.
Still time left yet here is...
Great try by Nass actually to get the save there. He's very close.
Almost getting the pop there, but as we said, 47 seconds left. As Nass trying to move on to that all-important... Oh, what a touch from Nass. What a turn. And he has slotted that bottom left. That was utter perfection. Nwpo just not expecting, really, Nass to be right in front of net. A bit of a mistake from Nwpo.
Yeah, he definitely gave that one away a bit too easily. So he thought he might have an opening, and he definitely lacked some power in the shot as well. It's going to be 38 seconds to go. Nwpo needs to score right now, and he will.
Okay.
A timely kickoff goal. Well, put some pressure on Nass here. Massive win to the inside by Nwpo to get the comeback started.
That's the worst possible kickoff, really, when you're trying to just lock this one down. Nass has another chance. Nwpo wins another kickoff. Surely we're not going to see some magic here. Takes it upstairs straight away. Gets the reset. Fakes it low. Oh! The speed on the little ground pinch.
That is ridiculous. Nwpo just wave dashes to slide the ball underneath Nass in the blink of an eye before he realizes what's happening. 26 seconds left. He's within one. What's it going to be for the diagonal spawn? Nwpo. Oh, he gets faked out by Nass, but will Nass get the backcourt boost? Yes, he will. Huge win there on the kickoff. Strategy game by Nass.
Yeah, it was a bold strategy, but it paid off as he is trying to ice this one out. Look at this. When does Nwpo go? 10 seconds. He knows he's in front. Nwpo knows he needs one. He does get the win. Could this be it? Double chain dash. Still has a little bit of boost. He will get one last crack. He gets the flick. Huge save from Nass.
More.
The follow-up from Nwpo. It's a goal!
Oh! Arrow shot from Nwpo ties the game with no time left. Nass was right there, but the shot came too quickly before he could turn and face it. Just barely got it in time.
Nwpo, he's missed the clutch, but he has to get the job done now. It's time for OT. Kickoff won by Nwpo, but Nass tracks back, jumps across, gets that boost, and will get the first possession of this overtime. He throws it forward, maybe a bit of panic there.
He's looking for Nwpo to pre-jump, but Nwpo stay grounded.
Turns on this one though and throws it on net. Both players showing the pressure. They're slinging it away. They don't want to keep control of it.
Yeah, they don't want to take a risk right now, but these long shots will force respect. And oh, Nass spots an opening. What a flick from the near post. How has he managed to sort that one past Nwpo? between the sticks.
He saw the smallest of gaps and he just pounced on it. Nwpo just stopping his momentum for a second on that near post. And Nass rolling that off the tip of his car, finding the angle. It was Nwpo's late heroics to force that overtime, but he just couldn't get it done. 3-2 now to Nass, and he is one game away from being the Salt Mine 3 champion.
Unreal. Nass with almost no boost. Spots an opening. I can't believe he went for that. It doesn't really fit with his usual style of play where he's so careful, so safe, waiting and waiting for the clear-cut chance. No, as soon as he saw a small gap there, he just went for it. And, you know, it is a somewhat safe play because if Nwpo saves it, Nass should be able to rotate into midfield and have a chance of saving the counter-attack at the other end. But, wow, decisive by Nass. After the 3-goal comeback from Nwpo, he must have been reeling from the pressure, but got control and sunk it. Now it's double tournament point for the Moroccan in what I think is got to be the biggest match of his career. Nwpo has obviously had some, you know, big stages he's played on, but when it comes to 1v1, this is also his peak. They need to perform. But out of the last 4 games, Nass has won 3 of them. He seems like he is a guy who's just getting better and better. He's eking out these small advantages, and even in an overtime there, he still came out on top.
Yeah, that was certainly clutch. Look, Nwpo did so much work to force that overtime, but you could see the pressure mounting in that OT for both players. Throwing the ball away, feeling the pressure. Nass the first one to stabilise, getting that win, moving on 3-2. Here we go. Is this the last game, or are we going to get game 7? I feel like we deserve 7. Nass certainly wants to end this one here and win this entire tournament.
Well, both of the previous Salt Mines have gone the distance when it comes to grand finals in Europe. Khaled over Ixo in Salt Mine 1, the original. Then even Khaled over Flakes in Salt Mine 1 Worlds, also ace match. And Jory is over Khaled in Salt Mine 2. Once again, game 7. Now, Nass and Nwpo are 1 game away from that same distance, but Nass does not want to go there. There's no doubt about it. He would much rather finish it right here against a player he's never beaten and really cement himself as the top dog in Europe and Middle East.
Well, Nwpo trying to change that narrative, but he needs 2 games of his own. No boost here for Nass. Nwpo should be able to get the first. What a save. The bump was coming through. He had no boost. He saved it and secured the corner.
Just an absolutely crazy play there by Nass, and he's just testing Nwpo again from distance. He plays for the demo so well. And then once an immediate pressure play, goes for the fake, and the 50-50 backs it up, but his dodge doesn't really do too much. Nwpo might be able to break free here, but he misses the boost in the back corner. That's a big let off there. And Nwpo's still piling on the pressure at the other end. Flicks with 0 boost. He's got nothing to follow up with, except maybe a recovery, and yes, Nwpo does make it back to safety.
He's got that corner, and Nass might have overcommitted here. He's trying to follow up, trying to get one more. It's reaching, it's so close, but Nass just gets the fingertip in there. Tracks back now. Nwpo grabbing all the boost down the line. He's going to take it in the air. He's going to keep it upstairs. There's the reset. He waits. He drops it down and puts it in.
Well, what an opening goal from Nwpo off his own back wall with a full pitch air dribble. Flip reset, and about the latest usage of it you're ever going to see. He barrels forward and uses the back end of the car to pop it bottom right.
Just so unique there from Nwpo, and the creativity to still use that flip and get the pop with the back of his car of all things. Nass off the kickoff. Can he respond instantly? He's got the flip. It's in the perfect spot. Oh no! Nass did everything but get that ball in.
Well, it looked like it was perfect, but it just sat on the very wrong side of the post there, and Nass couldn't put it in. He completely faked out Nwpo. Here he comes again. Flip reset threatened. He goes for the direct air dribble, actually. Interesting switch up by Nass. Looking to catch Nwpo challenging at the flip reset position.
Nwpo, no boost at all. Nass should be able to put this one away. Nwpo's in trouble. There it is. Flick top corner.
So good.
Ties it up. He's so measured. He just picks his moment perfectly every single time.
I mean, Nwpo clearly just wants Nass to pull the trigger earlier there. Doesn't do it. And then, as soon as Nwpo's lost all his momentum, he just rips it over him. Nass is the king of timing. And with half the game gone, we are tied up 1-1.
Nwpo just feel like he's playing so well, but, well, in this grand final, you just have to beat the opponent in front of you, and Nass just might be that too. Good, look at the save again. Pre-jumping the top corner, delayed flick, and gets the counter-attack. Every time Nass makes a save, he recovers as well, and then punishes down the other end.
The adaptation, the ability to just start getting reads on Nwpo, truly so impressive. Nass in game one, you know, got just completely outplayed. Nwpo looked like he was on a different level with pace, but Nass is now leveled up. He's starting to read everything Nwpo's doing, keeping Nwpo to just one goal, and the one goal Nwpo scored was just a crazy, unreadable play. Everything else, Nass is stopping.
Nwpo turns on him, tries to get a direct approach. He goes for the bump set up. No, Nass delays the flick. Gets the save. Nwpo secures that corner boost. Turns on it, gets demoed.
Too smart.
Nass going to be able to just put this one in. Back post spawn from Nwpo. He just walks around him. Nwpo's got a headache on the post. He's flailing. He's breaking ankles left, right, and center. But he does make the save off the post. Can Nass put it in? Yes, he can. He has just dismantled Nwpo 3 times in a row.
I mean, it's just, he's absolutely ran rings around him now, smashing his face into both posts, expecting shots, but Nass isn't going to shoot at you. He's just going to wait until you're not there. 3-1, a minute and 30 seconds left, and this could be Nass's tournament.
Dare I say it, Johnny? Disgusting play from Nass. Nwpo winning the kickoff. Nass just has to pop it up. Corner boost, lost. Can Nwpo get one back? Yes, he can. Back to 1. And boy, oh boy, is this an important 90 seconds coming up.
Yeah, big kickoff win and the conversion from Nwpo. That's only his second goal of the game, but he'll be pretty happy about it regardless. He needs to keep the pressure on Nass. Nass is at the finish line. He's just, you know, a minute and 26 away from winning this entire thing, but now he's messed up a kickoff. That wasn't a speed flip, that was a side flip. So in the tense moments, these precise movements can go out the window. Nwpo needs to be the one staying solid while Nass tries to get the win.
Now let's see the strategies implemented here by Nass. He knows that he's on the line. Tournament point. He only needs one more. He doesn't want to go to game 7. He can end it right here. Nwpo though, baiting out a touch, trying to bait out a flick here. He's got to get the bump when all else fails. Go for the cringe.
Well, Nass was not facing him. So when Nass is facing away here with no momentum, the air dribble bump is one of the best things you can do. And Nwpo knows that. Why hit the ball into a position your opponent can save when you can just fly in front of it and bump them out the way? There was no threat of a challenge there from Nass. Nwpo had the free run at him. It looks like it's going to be a race to Nwpo's back corner. Nwpo conceding the back corner boost, playing the ball instead. Oh, that's so smart as he takes the ball to the other side, where now he has both ball and 100 boost to play with and a full pitch air dribble, and Nass somehow stops him at the halfway line.
Yeah, great quick challenge as well, and he's thrown it right on net. That boost should spawn for Nwpo. Picks that one up. More challenges from Nass. Just not trying to give Nwpo an inch, but Nwpo gets space. He can set something up like this. He looks so dangerous now. He's going to go the late reset. Oh! It is enormous, and that is catastrophe for Nwpo.
And Nass is slow playing it as well, just to try and get a slight mental advantage. Well, Nwpo went for it, and if he gets that right, it's going to be incredible. But if you get it wrong, you're getting scored on, and it's much easier for Nass to execute his part in that play. Nwpo outplays himself, and now he needs to come back again with just 22 seconds to go.
He forced overtime last game. Can he do it again? He's won the kickoff. Step 1, complete. Step 2, can he find the net? He gets the flick. He finds the goal. There's life yet in this series.
Well, Nwpo keeps coming back. Nass so close so many times, but again, it's that immediate catch and flick by Nwpo. Nass not ready for it. 15 seconds left. Can Nwpo force game 5?
Tournament on the line. Both players pressure at an all-time high. Nwpo, he's won another kickoff. He tries to hook it around. Nass throws his body in there. They both challenge.
My goodness.
Goodness gracious. They're throwing the kitchen sink at this one. 3 seconds. Will we get overtime? Nwpo, reset.
Oh,
it's
my
down.
Goodness. He's so close, but the post saves Nass, and then to overtime we go. It's now just 1 goal away from a tournament. He drives through it. He's a madman to drive through the kickoff at this moment. Nwpo with the advantage. Boost steal for him. Nass just playing survival mode.
He's grabbing a couple of pads. Ball not in trouble just yet. Nwpo, 100 boost, sidewall. Nass, near post.
Oh
reset.
My goodness.
We get 7.
That is unbelievable. Nwpo almost lost this game by going for a flip reset. Does it damage his confidence? Absolutely not. He goes for another flip reset in overtime, and this time he gets it. Game 7 for the tournament. Nass and Nwpo go the distance. What a series. I still can't believe Nass just tried to drive through the kickoff in overtime with the match point, tournament point on the line. That, is a strat that, like I said earlier, it works if your opponent's delaying their kickoff. It works if your opponent doesn't stay goal side. You can deflect it safely, but it can be hard countered. The guy's playing so safe. He picked a strategy that absolutely can be dunked on. When it's all on the line.
It's almost in a penalty shootout, just shooting straight at the keeper.
Yeah, it
going
is.
Down the middle.
That's what he's done.
Going slow down the middle.
I don't believe
It's hoping that Nwpo makes a mistake of his own, but I mean, the script, ladies and gentlemen, is well and truly alive. We get Game 7.
It could be as well. He might be thinking, maybe he just messed up his approach. We saw him side flip earlier in the game by mistake. Maybe he didn't like the approach. He's thinking, if I jump here, if I flip, I'm going to lose. So I better just try something different. He might just drive. I mean, I said it earlier, kickoffs are highly mechanical at this level. If you're not perfect with your approach, you're going to lose. So he probably just felt something there. It's like, okay, this isn't, I'm either not even going to bother trying to flip into the ball. My hands are too shaky. Or he thought, this is a genius move. I'm just going to
He went for the most disrespectful finish, potentially.
Like, it could work. It's usually a mix-up kickoff. Yeah. Usually when you throw in there to keep your opponent guessing. Not when you go for a tournament point. I mean, if he pulled it off, though, it would have been genius. But it didn't work. We're into Game 7. Nwpo versus Nass. Saudi Arabia versus Morocco. Who will be the 3rd EU champion for Salt Mine and only the 4th champion for Salt Mine all times. His first killer has won both of these Salt Mines before this in North America.
This series deserves 7. And you betcha we're going to get it right here, right now. Who's going to open up their account early? Nass, 100 boost in the corner. Gets the pop over the top. It could be Nass getting the first here in the grand final. He just had to get it in. He's absolutely beamed it. Ladies and gentlemen, how has he done that? Counter-attack down the other end. Great save. Can the demo come through? Nwpo still around, just lurking.
What?
It's a terrible challenge. Nass has to hook this around the corner.
He's
the
back.
hard work done. No player can score.
I mean, this is the most nervous-looking minute we've seen all series, maybe all tournament long for these two. They are double bump denied by Nass. What a save. He just barrels right through Nwpo. Now he's going the other way, but Nwpo is back. He tries to double bump him, and it works. I don't believe it.
The same strategy employed at both ends. But Nass just does it a little bit better here. First goal on the board, Game 7 Grand Finals, goes to Nass.
And, when you can't hit the target, you got to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Just make that goal a little bit bigger, make it a little bit less defended. Nass trying to make it 2. His flick is lackluster, but it sets up a boost steal. Great boost management by Nwpo, though. He's got 40 saved. Will Nass realize that he's saved up that much? Oh, he doesn't have to. He just fakes him out. Nass lets Nwpo outplay himself.
Once again, discussed in play from Nass. Reset, just completely fakes him. Nwpo bought all of what he was trying to sell. The candy had been sold, and Nass puts away the second on the board off the kickoff. Pressure on Nwpo.
Winner of this match, $10,000 richer, and right now Nass has got his hand on the bag. Nwpo down by 3. He's very side onto that kickoff. A little brushing rub there from Nass. He just pushes him out of the way and takes the 3rd goal.
It's the wave dash kickoff that absolutely destroyed Zen in the preliminary final. It's done it again here against Nwpo. 3 goals to the advantage of Nass, and he's won yet another kickoff.
Yeah, Nass is staying true to his consistency. Flip reset. Another mind game. Actually, you're looking for another bump, in fact. Nass is getting physical. He's getting tricky. Looking to get the boost steal on spawn here. It didn't work. He actually left the pad right as it was about to appear, but Nwpo's got 0, so Nass might be able to close the distance here. Can't do it. Nwpo too quick to the ball, but Nass still has control.
Yeah, he saved all the boost he can in net as well, knowing that Nwpo's going to grab it, and he's been so quick on the counter-attack. It is off the post. Nwpo misses the save. Perhaps leaves it, but Nass cuts him up. 4 goals.
Well, Nwpo didn't want to hit this. He's worried about where he's hitting. He's thinking, should I hit this? He jumped away from it, hoping it would fake Nass out, but Nass just ignored him. He played the miss, and now he leads by 4.
I believe in this script, Johnny. I believe there's still life in this game. 4 goals. to the good of Nass, but Nwpo has come back time and time again throughout this tournament. I believe he's got one more in, that's a great bump, but Nass so quick to recover using that boost advantage. He's straight downfield to launch that ball into the blue half.
Nwpo killed the bounce there, doesn't have too many options. Lifts it back up, and the flick is on, but saved. Nass up quickly for the rebound, but he misses, and Nwpo's also missed the target. He still can't score. I mean, he's held low in the last game, but Nass hadn't scored 4. Now he's looking to make it 5. Flick by Nass will force Nwpo to jump. And this is such a smart play by Nass. He's just wasting time. He's waiting for a mistake, and Nwpo can't find the back of the net.
Yeah, there's a minute gone already, but what a challenge. It doesn't come off because Nwpo's ready for it. 4-1, gets his first on the board here in Game 7 of the Grand Final. There's still half a game left.
And Nass trying to surprise Nwpo with some aggression there, but Nwpo saw him coming, flicks it early over him. We've got former Salt Mine champion Jory is in the chat right now cheering for Nass. And Nwpo coming back and trying to break his heart. Nwpo wants a second, low 50 is good, and he truly is starting to come back.
Yeah, it's well and truly alive now after that kickoff. This is what ones can do. You get the goal, you get the kickoff. It can be a 2-goal swing out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it feels like there's a lot of time and a lot to play out here in this final 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's a decent kickoff for Nwpo. It's in his half, but he's got some options here to play the ball, and he does. This time the early flick does not get an outplay on Nass. Nass is sticking himself to the ball in defense. With a 2-goal lead, Nwpo doesn't have to force the issue anymore. He was kind of desperate for 4 down. Now he's just read the ball a little bit earlier than Nass has. It's wide open. Nwpo is a reader of bounces, and Nass could not match him. He just took a bit longer to be confident, and we're within 1.
It's a huge misplay from Nass because Nwpo, you know he's going to stick around and try and force possession there. Try and get the ball back, try and win that challenge. It is back to 1. It was 4-0 30 seconds ago.
Oh my
and it might just be 4-4 30 seconds later.
My goodness. Nass gets destroyed. He is totally side onto the ball there. Nwpo goes straight through him. I mean, that's what it would look like if you guys tried to wave dash recovery kickoff against Nwpo every single time, but Nass for once could not provide resistance to the hit, and again Nwpo will win it. It's in the back corner, but he's got the ball, he's got the boost, and now he's looking for the lead.
Chat was saying GG's a minute ago, the non-believers. We're right back in it now. Boy, oh boy, you just cannot split these two. There's a reason we're at Game 7. There's a reason why Nwpo's here. He's got the reset. He goes low.
Save.
What a save from Nass.
Nass chasing after him. Nwpo can't turn. He's got to run or else he will lose his car, and he will lose another goal. Nass manages to get a boost to even out that aspect of the game, and Nwpo drops the ball again. The dribbling started to fall apart here in Game 7.
Oh, Nass has cut him up though. He's got the open net down the other side. Nwpo for a second thought he was taking it around, but the sharp angle cuts it across, and Nass works it through.
Nass just cuts it downwards. Nwpo covering high. He thought Nass was going to go up the wall, but Nass managed to get the ball and his car past Nwpo. It's again Nwpo trailing. A minute and 10 to go. He's needing a goal once more.
He's done it so many times. I feel like he's just going to do it again here, but Nass winning that kick off. Race to the corner boost. Won by Nwpo. Nass is staying around. Has to back off, but the ball will be in his control. It's going down the right end. Nwpo keeping the pressure on. Double wall dash. Can go back corner. Try and set something up here.
Nwpo trying to pass to himself off the sidewall. Nass not going to give him that space. What a challenge to stop Nwpo's attack before it gets started. Nass backing off, not giving Nwpo any ideas of aggression off the ball. It's a pop on target from Nwpo, forces Nass to jump, but what control by the Moroccan, catching the ball on the back wall.
And he's right there. He's trying to get a good 50. Nwpo's so quick to turn. Has he caught him out here? No. Nass right under it. Has get bumped, but there's a shot. Pre-jumped by Nass.
Nass, back corner, 100 boost. Almost demo, but he saw it coming. What a dodge by Nass. He's wasting time in the back corner now. Nwpo has to commit. Nass knows he will commit. There it is. Fake challenge by Nwpo, but he can't do too many of those. The clock is ticking down.
10 seconds. When is he going to bite Nwpo? He has to go. Nass, he's taking all the boost in the world. Is he going to do it? It's one last play. Nwpo throwing it forward.
He's done it.
It's over.
Oh my goodness, he's done it. GG's. Nass is the Salt Mine 3 EU champion. beats Nwpo by 1 goal in Game 7. An absolutely stunning performance. He takes down Zen and Nwpo back-to-back to win the whole thing. 2 players before today that he had never beaten. Zen had beaten Nass 4 times to 0. Nwpo had beaten Nass 7 times to 0. But when it was all on the line, Nass produced the goods, and he comes out victorious.
Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations to Nass. But might I just say, I don't know if you'll agree, chat, but that might be the 3 best back-to-back best-of-7s I've ever witnessed in
Ridiculous.
1v1 history. That was utterly ridiculous. Every single game had it all, and that went down to a 1 goal difference in Game 7.
It's just unbelievable. Nass he gets better and better. I mean, Nwpo came out the gate so hot. You'll feel like he threw Game 2, but there's no time to think about that right now. Nass was that guy, really putting the pressure on Nwpo, forcing so many insane comebacks. And then in Game 7, when he had that second try at match point, he got it. He got it wrong the first time around, made some mistakes. Second time, he learned from his mistakes immediately. He was able to outplay Nwpo. And yes, especially the composure at the end there, just controlling the ball and not giving Nwpo a single shot. With the final 30 seconds remaining. Still hats off to Nwpo and all the other players today, Ruas and Zen as well. Producing some of the most amazing series we've ever seen. And truly the level of Salt Mine 3 this year has been next level. Nwpo there dominating the field control, but it shows that Nass is quite happy playing in his own half. Overall, he does come out on top.
So many 1 goal games as well. And as you said, for Nass to overcome, I guess, some mental demons, to beat Zen, who we'd never beaten, to beat Nwpo, who we'd never beaten as well, is just, he has had some sort of day and really put the world on notice, at least Europe, that he is a force to be reckoned with. Congratulations again to be the Salt Mine 3.
That was a $5,000 1v1 as well.
Just a little 5K for the winner.
5,000 for winning that one series. He already won 2,500 by beating Zen earlier on today. This is the highest prize money 1v1 tournament ever, and Nass has won it. He joins the list of all-time greats. And back to back, he won stage 2, and now he wins the finals as well, really cementing himself as currently the best player in Salt Mine 3 EU. So congratulations. But if you've liked so far the 1v1 action today, then I've got good news for you, because we're going straight into North America.
We're not done?
We're not done.
Oh my goodness.
We're halfway through, CJ.
This is halfway?
There's another
Can you guys take another
tournament.
50% of this?
Well, yeah, I'll let you in a little secret. After the break, we're going to have First Killer versus Daniel. First Killer, who is the champion of both previous NA Salt Mines, defending his title against the tournament favorite Daniel, who won stage 2. He's been the top dog in NA at the moment. And really the only other player historically who's had that crown in NA as long as First Killer has. First Killer's back to try and take it. Daniel is his first opponent. We'll have Wavy versus Diaz later on before the grand final, but that's what's coming up next. I hope you're all enjoying the show so far. But FK versus Daniel, it's North America's turn in the Salt Mine. We'll be back after this break.